it's the Audio Man here again, and we are going to start your trumpet lesson. And again, if you haven't purchased your book already that I asked you to purchase, we are looking at getting the Rubank Elementary Method for cornet or trumpet. Okay? And when you open this book up, in the very beginning of it, there's like a little page that has, it says the whole notes and whole rests. Okay? And we're going to start on these. Okay? And the first note that you are going to learn today is the C note. Okay? As well as I'm going to teach you how to count the C note. And you will also be learning the whole rest and how to count the whole rest. Okay. Well, the way you count a beat, your foot goes down and up. That's one beat. 1. So if you're doing 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a reason I'm teaching you this way. You might be saying, well, that's kind of weird, but you have to think of your foot. If you're tapping your foot, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, your foot goes down, up. That's one beat. And for a whole note holds the value of 4 beats. Okay? And the same for a whole rest. And as you see in your music, on the very first lesson, number 1, the note you're learning is C, and for your valve combination, your valves are completely open. Okay? And when you're looking at the whole rest, you'll notice it's on a line, but it's pointing down. Okay? That's how you know that it is a whole rest. Okay? All right. So we will be starting off with that, and I'll play the note for you, and then you can try to play the note. Okay? All right. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now that was the first line of the first lesson there, okay? Now, I'm going to go to the second line, and there's another note that they introduced. The first note is the C note. The second note is the D note, and the way you finger the D note is 1 and 3. Okay? Valve combination 1 and 3. So whenever you look at your valves, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So 1 and 3 are down at the same time to play the D note. And this is what the D note sounds like. Okay? Now, when you're playing these notes, you want to say the word ta. 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 And you let that air die out. You do not stop it with your tongue, okay? You don't go ta, ta. You want to do ta, ta. You let your air just die out, okay? Listen how I do it. This is lesson number 2 now on this same page, okay? Page 1, lesson 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to play an example of what I mean by stopping the note with your tongue, okay? Here I go, that. You don't want to do that. You want it to die off. Let's concentrate on just getting the notes, and you want to try to keep them as steady as you can, okay? So you want to try to not make the note go waver like this. You don't want to go. You don't want to do that. You don't want to move it around on your lip. You put it right on the lip where you need to put it, okay? I want to go over that again because it's so important to have your embouchure correct, okay? Again, 2/3 on the upper lip, in the center of your lip, and 1/3 on the bottom part of your lip, okay? That will ensure that you're playing correctly, all right? And again, keep the note straight. Here we go. Breathe from your diaphragm. Sit up straight. You know, don't breathe in your chest. Breathe all right here in your diaphragm. You just breathe. Okay? If your shoulders move or your chest moves, you're not breathing correctly. Very important, okay? All right, so let's move on to lesson number 3, which is the D note again. All right? And we're going to do that. We're going to count for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats. Play for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats, play for 4 beats, rest for 4 beats, and continue on, okay? Here we go, the D note. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other thing I want to tell you is, as you notice when I'm playing, I'm taking my air. I open my mouth from the sides, okay, like this. See how I'm doing that? You also want to make sure you keep your elbows out. You don't want to play like this, okay? Play out. It helps you expand your lungs so that you get more air to them, okay? And you fill up. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, so I'm going to skip now to number 5, okay? I'll show you again here. I'm still on this very first page, okay? And it's number 5. And on this one, you have the C, the D, and a new note, the E, which is valves 1 and 2 now, okay? I'll play the note so you know how it sounds. And I'll show you the fingerings on the trumpet. Again, it's 1 and 2. And here's how the note sounds. Okay? All right. So starting at number 5, we're going to go through the whole line there. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. So what I want to have you do for your lesson, I'd like to have you do this whole page, learn this page. Again, you have the C note, which is open. You have the D note, which is 1 and 3. And you have the E note, which is 1 and 2. Okay? And next week we'll go on to we'll learn some more notes. And as we keep going, you'll get better and better. But please make sure you practice, like I said, at least a half hour a day, 3 times a week. That's not that much. I know it may seem like a lot at first, but you'll be glad you did it. And you never know where it might take you. You may end up being a professional yourself one day. I know I love playing trumpet, and I'm glad that I put the time in learning it. Okay, so again, practice 3 times a week, a half an hour each time you practice. And I hope to see you back here next week for your next lesson. Okay? Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and take care.